My name is Tarot Stash. Welcome to Spa Day Readings. Today's readings, we have Caleigh Woo Woo Wonderment, whose channel is linked below. We also have Tanys from Twillo Lifestyle Community or Twillo Lifestyle. Her links are below. Please show your support to all of us. Links on how to contact us for private readings are below. So if you'd rather have a full spa day rather than a random spa day, contact us because we're awesome. There you go. I'm trying to make it so that these two people in front of me giggle and crack up. Is it working?
I say,
Yes.
I also got a new document camera, so I can now do actual tabletop readings. I'm all
Very
professional
nice.
now, guys.
Very, yes. Do you know what makes you a professional?
No.
There are two things
Okay.
that make you a professional. One, you say you're a professional. Actually, three. You behave like a professional, and you get paid.
That is true.
So
That is true.
So one out of three.
Okay, we're going to work on the others.
Yeah.
I think you're already doing them. You just need
I'm
to
teasing him, guys.
body.
yes, I realize you're teasing. And so thank you all. As always, this is for entertainment purposes only. Do not make decisions based upon what we say. Seek professional assistance. Really. Also, please like and subscribe. It's free. Channel links are below. We are simulcasting this. So please make sure that you show us a little bit of help and like and subscribe. Today we have Mary with us. We have Ramon, Moon Scarab, standing in light with Annie Bear. Hello.
Hey.
I love it. Mary has the word to post. So hashtag spa.
Keep on it.
If you would like to get a reading. Today we're going to actually give everyone a chance to share a little bit about what's going on in their channel, as well as which decks they're using. So I'm going to start with Caleigh. Caleigh, what's going on your channel, and what decks are you using?
So as far as what's going on with my channel, my next show is, I'm looking at my calendar. This is why you're seeing me look upwards. My next show is on the 12th of May. So I don't have anything this week. But I'm going to be using my new document camera next week. So if you guys want to come and help me figure that out and get it all set up and, all that fun stuff. And then as far as decks, so for the self-care part, I'm actually going to use two. So the first one I have here, there we go. It's called Little Ways to Make a Big Change. And then the other one is, let me figure this out here, is Sunny Side Up. So it's self-love cards, basically little quotes. Nice. And then for the Pause and Reflect, another new deck that I just got, Bird Messages. So there's some beautiful artwork that you guys will get to see with that deck. And then my usual affirmation deck that I use for our readings, which is the Dream Affirmation cards.
Excellent.
Beautiful.
And by the way, Patricia Lejour has arrived. Did I pronounce Patricia's name correctly?
You did. Patricia Lejour. Welcome, Patricia. How are you?
Yes. And Sharon Foster has arrived, and we were making Sharon laugh.
Beautiful.
So, Tanys, what do you have coming up on your channel?
Well, we have Twillo Talk tomorrow. We have a quite an interesting guest tomorrow, so please join us. He is he is ET oriented, so we're going to be talking ET stuff. Yes, he's a lead investigator with MUFON. And so we will be looking at that. So it's going to be a bit of a different Twillo Talk tomorrow. We will likely touch on things like hybrid children. So,
Okay.
What else have we got going on this week? We have Galactic Gab as well on Friday. So that's with Lisa Thompson and Jennifer Jerkowski and myself.
Mhm.
Talk more ET stuff in a different way. And I will be at the Holistic Healing Fair as well next Saturday. And that'll be a lot of fun. It's a full day, and we'll have all the crystals and the shop stuff and all of that at that Holistic Healing Fair in Ottawa, if you're here.
She will have all the crystals.
All the crystals. All the ones in the basement, anyway.
See her basement.
And some of those crystals want to go home with you.
They do.
And as always,
Well, they do.
Please remember to know your limits, purchase responsibly, and we're here to share, not to sell.
Exactly.
Well, at least I am.
Yeah. And the other thing is well, I'm not here to sell because, they have to be in Ottawa for that part. I'm also doing readings at that show, so that you'll be able to sign up for a reading there, and I will be busy doing that.
In person.
In-person readings, yes. Mm-hmm.
This is great.
Mm-hmm.
This is great.
So that's what I'm up to this week.
I love that. And did you already show your decks?
No, I did not. No. So I have the Self-Care deck, Sacred Self-Care by Jill Pyle.
Mm-hmm.
And Gateway by Denise Lynn.
Mm-hmm.
Pause and Reflect. And Healing Mantras by Matt Kahn.
Very nice. Annie Bear asked us if we remember that great movie, The Secret of Nim. I actually don't remember. I remember seeing the movie, but I don't remember the movie. I remember reading the book. Actually, the book was read to me when I was in school. It was great.
I remember the movie in its title, but I don't know that I even saw it. I must have.
Yeah.
I must have, but I don't remember anything about it. I think it was quite a while ago.
Yes, I think so. And Ellen R. is here. And Joanne Miranda. What'd you say,
I think
Caleigh?
I'm in the same
boat?
I think I'm in the same boat as you. Like, I've heard of the movie, but I don't know if I ever saw it.
Great. So I have a whole bunch of shows coming up the rest of the month. I have readings with Jane and Nancy tomorrow morning. On Monday the 5th at 2 p.m. Eastern, I am joined by the amazing Purple Elephant Deb H. We're doing a silly casual, and we're talking about joy as resistance. So there you go.
Bordering on toxic positivity, are we?
Well, there is a little bit of that, but joy as resistance, and it's going to be a good topic, and we'd like to have as many people watching. And Monday evening is also caffeinated and unfiltered readings, which originated on Tarot Stash, so it's a Tarot Stash exclusive. And then I'm going to be, I've got lots of stuff. I am also a guest on Akashic Adventures with Linda Day Gonzalez, Viviani, and Diana Oil Painter. So I'm really, really looking forward to that.
Fun.
Today I am using the Out of Hand Pocket Edition. I am also using Divine Feathers Messenger. And for a bit of affirmation, Bob Ross wanted to show up.
Beautiful.
So everybody, if you would like to get a message from Bob Ross, #spa, we're going to do as many readings as we can. So I do appreciate all of you being here, my guests. This is wonderful. And Annie Bear said there was a crow played by Dom DeLuise that loved sparkles in that book, The Secret of Nim. Yes. So, and we will definitely, MLR is here. We will definitely do a collective reading at the end. So this is delightful to see everybody here. And here, this word wanted to be used. This section of the video is brought to you by the word moxie. Everyone say it with me. Moxie. Moxie. Energy, pep, courage, determination. Use your moxie to like, share, and subscribe to our channels. Moxie. Because, you know, we all need moxie, I think. So it's a great little word. I love it. Okay, so we're going to pull 3 names. When your name is comes up on the screen, you just need to say hi. So, and we're going to start here. And by the way, oh, MLR, congratulations. Let us know you're here. These little things make these sound effects make me giggle. One of these days, I'm going to make Linda de Gonzalez a countdown thing. Ooh, Mary. And, you know, it's a little long. And our third one is Ellen R. All right. Ellen R. Let me write that down. MLR is here. Mary is here. Hi, Spiritual Garden. And Ellen R. is here. I do see Mark Tackman. Julie Moon has arrived as our Care Bear. So, and Ellen R. said, it's my lucky day. So.
And Spiritual Garden, hello.
Yes. Okay. So first up, we have MLR. So MLR. So the first one is self-care. So MLR, what I have for you for self-care, I have the Two of Swords. Two of Swords says you have some choices to make in regards to your self-care. And I'm going to be blunt. Self-care sometimes is turning off social media, closing the computer, getting away from that glow, and getting back into your body so that your brain can function without having so many incoming points. So it feels very much of you actually. It feels very important for you to. I've already said it. Close your computer, mute your phone, and go do self-care. Go drink some water, go sit outside, take a walk, garden a little bit. So there you go. So you're up, Caleigh.
All right, MLR. Yep. I think I'm lagging a little bit today, guys. Sorry, my internet. But
Okay.
for pause and reflect, I got the Peregrine Falcon.
Mm.
And it says, seize the moment in life and love or lose it forever.
Whoa.
So that seize the moment. So as Gerald said, that self-care, shutting off your phone, go out, seize the moment, seize life. You can see the Peregrine Falcons kind of diving off that cliff. Dive off that cliff. Go out and do something.
Mm-hmm.
Like that. And MLR said, yep, definitely on the laptop for too many hours. Not a phone person, though. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Right.
So I got, there is only what life is asking of me. And it's an awakening inspired action. So it's really about you. I mean, all the cards are the same, right? You need to make a decision and go out and do it. That's part of it.
Mm-hmm.
Also, there's a feeling here of there being too much worry about the future. Some about the past, but I'm feeling too much worry about the future. So really, it's only what life is asking, because we don't. When we worry, our brain makes up all these stories in our head, and they're not always accurate, right? They're just kind of what we think might happen.
Mm-hmm.
So this is really about there's only what life is asking of me. So just focus on the moment, be present in the moment, and that would certainly be similar to what the other two have said as well. You know, being present and out in nature and turning off the computer and make the decision to do those things, take action, because it is awakened, inspired action is the category for this.
I love that. And in order for you to get awakened and enlightened action, you have to make the choices.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
You have to, if you have to fly. MLR said, in the last 2 decades of productive life, so need to figure out what I'm doing. Okay, so you're about 70. So, right? 2 decades, you know. Girl, MLR, don't limit yourself. Do not, excuse me. Don't limit yourself, MLR. Don't do it. We will remind you every chance we get.
You could do those ASMR things.
ASMR things about, being silly. And what happens when you fart in the bathtub? Bubbles.
I think bubbles. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Butterfly readings with Linda is here. The girl Marilyn says carpe diem.
Carpe diem.
I like that. And Annie Bear peregrines, fastest bird on earth.
Mm.
So Julie Moon has arrived. The spiritual garden is like, hi, wonderful hosts.
Hello.
ASMR and laugh.
Yes.
Deep thoughts. Deep thoughts. There you go. Deep thoughts. Thank you, MLR. Now we have Mary. And avert your gaze. Avert your gaze. So we're now in different positions. Evelyn Anderson is here. Hello. And by the way, these are general readings. So as you're listening and you hear a reading that seems to resonate with you or irritates you, that reading is also for you. And the reason I say if it irritates you, there's something there that you need to go, and you need to consider. So, all right, you are up, Caleigh.
All right. So I'm going to read the first card first here. So it says, start your day in gratitude. So it says, have a pen and paper handy at your bedside, and each morning write down 3 things for which you are grateful. Do this daily and observe the positive impacts. So if you don't want to write it down on a piece of paper, just sit in meditation and, list those things off to yourself personally, but it is nice to journal if you like to do that. And then the other card I got to go along with that was be kind. In fact, be kinder than you needed to be today. And I don't take that as be kind to others. I take that as be kind to yourself. And that goes hand in hand with that bit of gratitude. Be thankful. Like, as an example, the last Glimmer Globe challenge that Gerald did, I didn't do the glimmers in life. I did glimmers in myself to show myself self-love. So that's the kind of thing that you maybe might want to think about doing, is not external gratitude, but internal gratitude.
Nice.
Beautiful.
That's it.
All right. So I got 2 cards as well. So I guess they want to speak to you, Mary. They're coming out in cards. So first one I got is letting go. I surrender joyously to the ebbing and flowing of life. So there's something that you need to let go of. And for me, I think it's partially a worry thing, partially a perspective that you're holding that perhaps is not serving you at this time. So letting go is what to consider, because you just need to believe in magic. Right?
Isn't that a song? Do you believe in magic?
Mm-hmm.
If Jane the Seeker were here, she would know that song like boom.
Do you believe in magic?
There you go. Thank you.
Yeah. It says true magic is abound in my life. So we're going to let go of this so that we can allow this pure magic, believe in magic, to come into your life. Okay.
Love that.
Mm-hmm.
And Mark Tackman said, living in gratitude is a gift to yourself. 100%. Yes.
Definitely.
And Care Bear agreed. Writing it down helps with doubling down on memory retention. There you go. Okay. So yes.
And writing also, it helps not just for memory, but you bring it into action, right? When you actually handwrite it, it's like putting energy into it.
So true. And so, Mary, for the affirmation, Bob Ross is reminding you that trees cover up a multitude of sins. Trees also remove a multitude of stress.
Yes.
Trees take carbon dioxide and they take it through their system. They want you to share with them the stuff that you need to release because it gives them a purpose. And then guess what? When they're done with it, you can take a breath of air and get the nutrients that you need. So I would say, Mary, go out and see a tree, give it a good hug, because a tree is going to, I think a tree is giving you a message there. So I like that a lot. So thank you, Mary. And then Ellen R is up, and avert your gaze. Avert your gaze. So, all right.
All right, let's see.
And
there's also that forest bathing was coming to mind for you too.
Forest what?
Forest bathing.
Okay, I don't know forest bathing.
Yeah, it's just, it's basically walking in a forest, but really like soaking in the energy of it and listening and all of that.
Yeah. Yes. Patricia is, yes, trees listen and have a great vibration.
They do.
And yeah, that's deep about trees. trees are really cool. If anybody knows about trees, we can have a laugh and learn about trees, because trees, a lot of times different species of trees, roots interconnect. So if one tree is not getting the nutrients that they need, the other trees provide it. Hello, be like trees.
Be like trees. That's where Twillow comes from.
Ah, yes.
The willow tree.
Love it. And Ellen is ready. So you were ready too.
Yes. So self-care for you should involve water. Flow like water. So 2 things come to mind with that is like getting into water. That can be really soothing. So like, I don't know whether you guys have Nordic spas or getting into a bath or a hot tub. Bath is coming to mind with beautiful like Himalayan salts, perhaps crystals in a little baggie, right? The little organza bags, put some crystals in there and put them in. Watching that you're using ones that are safe in water, of course, but they will, because there is a whole list of them that are not. So please be careful.
Yes.
But make sure you're using the right ones, but putting them in the water, perhaps some essential oils, always mix it with, some carrier as well, so that you're not stepping right into that. But also, this is also flow like water is also about allowing the emotions to flow. So please allow yourself to feel and express whatever emotions you're pushing down. Okay? Because we need to let them out so they don't sit in the body. So flow like water.
Mm-hmm. And for your pause and reflect, Ellen, I got a parrot feather. Let go of others' thoughts and opinions. It is time to embrace who you really are.
Mm.
I have a feeling, Ellen, you already know this, and you're trying to give yourself permission to do that. And if you've not done that a lot, when you start to do it, it can be very, very scary. The way for it to be less scary, well, no, that's not exactly right. Keep doing it. It'll still be scary, but it won't last as long because you are who you are, and parrots are quite beautiful. So there you go. Love
I
that.
love the color of that feather.
Yeah,
It's beautiful, eh?
it's great.
Yeah.
Great. Okay, Caleigh.
So Gerald, I loved that card because I got 2 cards and they go perfectly with that card. The first card I got is my small acts of kindness make a big difference. And when I saw the colors on your card, they almost are identical to the colors in this one. So it's, be that gold umbrella in a wave of, regular umbrellas. Your small acts of kindness will make a big difference. And then the other one just reinforces that, which it says, I'm unique and extraordinary just as I am. So you can see that zebra has multicolored stripes. So,
No two
be a
zebras have the
multicolored
same
striped
stripe.
zebra.
Right.
Yeah.
You got it.
And you're right. No
Yeah.
two zebras have the same stripe.
But yeah.
So that goes with our theme.
I love that. Thank you, Mary.
Mm-hmm.
And we've got more people who have popped in. And Eleanor said, I think forest bathing is a Japanese idea.
It is.
And Care Bear, Bard of Cards, said, I learned what that is last week. Forest bathing. Nice word spin. Nice word spin on it. Yes. Olive trees are thousands of years old. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And Emily Lorenz Bradley said trees also use mycelium to communicate. Yes, I love that. Trees will keep trees that have been cut down, root system, alive for a long time, though through intertwined root systems.
Yeah. So that's basically what you were speaking to as well. That
Yes.
they help each other.
Yes.
That it will keep them alive. That's pretty cool.
And thank you, Ramon. If you want to get a Tarot Stash sticker, you can do so in the Tarot Stash merch store, which is linked below. And we have Purple Elephant Deb H, who is here, who is going to be with me tomorrow to talk about joy as resistance. And Eleanor said, thank you. And these prompts and readings are a lovely way to have joy as resistance in your life right now.
Beautiful.
Yes, Queen. Love it. Yeah, they're beautiful cards. Tom, Early Ritual, has joined us. And great messages to start off my day with. Yes. And boy, my chat wasn't moving, I guess. So yes, and Sharon is like, good idea, Deb. If I was a zebra, I would have purple stripes.
I love it.
I love that. So, and Sharon is trying to multitask. Well, you're doing it. It's all good. It's all good. Collecting a few drops of California rain for my plants. Oh, I love that.
Nice.
I love that. So, all right. So we're going to pick 3 more. And the 3 more, let's see. Who do we have? By the way, that just is a giggle for me. Spiritual Garden.
Awesome.
And we have, who is next? Pooja.
Pooja.
Say hi, Pooja. And then we have, oh, here. I'll do this while we're all small so that we're right there. Julie Moon. Say hi, Julie.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So then here we go. And let me see who we've got. Spiritual Garden is here. Pooja. Annie Bear is getting sleepy. You're getting sleepy. Mean it's okay. And Julie Moon is here. Pooja, are you still here? So we're going to start with Spiritual Garden, whose name I keep forgetting, and I am reading for Spiritual Garden. So your self-care, Spiritual Garden, is Two of Pentacles. Your self-care is keeping balance, maybe eating some fruits, maybe sharing a bit of what you have with others. It is also recognizing that you are not alone in this, and there are people around you who can help. So I would encourage you to share a little bit of what you have because it will help you find balance. So there you go.
And so the pause and reflect I got is the Roman tufted goose. So it says, take heed of those who give warnings. So I wouldn't take this as like a literal, like, somebody's behind you right now kind of warning, but I would just say it's a more of a listen to your intuition. So listen to your internal geese. They're kind of used as almost guard animals sometimes to alert of things that don't feel right or look right. So yeah, listen to that internal goose and listen to your intuition if you're questioning anything. It'll lead you. It won't lead you wrong.
All right. So I actually two came out together, so I'll do both. The first one goes with Caleigh's card. I'm willing to see beyond my beliefs, ideas, and conclusions. And it goes with hers because it's activating the third eye. Okay. I'm willing to see beyond my beliefs, ideas, and conclusions. So basically opening up, right? Making sure you're open. And the second one is about the value of my life increases each time I appreciate everything in it. Allowing appreciation.
Ooh.
Okay.
I like that.
So yeah, so that's kind of speaks to the gratitude journal thing as well. Right? Appreciating everything with gratitude. And then being open and curious, like Jen always says.
Being open and curious. Spiritual Rain, thank you for that. And for those who are joining us, if you type in #spa, you will be entered to get a reading for your personal spa day. And Pooja is here. And so avert your gaze. So there we go. You know what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to change this banner because that banner's awfully wordy. There you go. And if Ramon, Moon Scarab, is still here, Ramon, I'm going to be talking to you about doing some readings with Purple Elephant Deb H sometime in late May. So Spiritual Garden did say wonderful and spot on. Love it.
All right.
And so I'll put the banner back up. because, I can do that. Maybe. There we go. Okay.
There. So I got my 2 cards for you, Pooja. So the first one I got is open your eyes to the present moment. It says, have you ever noticed that the more you focus on finding happiness, the less happy you are? Studies have tried to explain why this is. One reason is that constant searching for anything is unsettling. Another is that in the quest for intense happiness, we overlook the ordinary day-to-day moments of happiness in front of our very eyes. And this goes hand in hand perfectly with the second card I got, which is just breathe. Inhale peace, exhale release. So I think, much like actually it seems to be a trend for a lot of people, I think today, taking those few moments, having gratitude for those small things. Congratulate yourself for the small wins, because it's those little, we can't just run a marathon. You have to train. You have to take the small steps. So enjoy those small steps. Take a breath. You'll get there.
Love that. Love that.
So I got 2 as well. Opening to love. My heart is open. So that's not only just about love in terms of self-love, because that is going to be that is a theme, especially with the next one, and but also finding your passion. So there's flames there. So fanning the flames of your passion is a form of self-love. Finding what you feel passionate about and doing that, and in doing so, you will cherish self. So this is I accept and love myself. So accepting what it is about yourself that you have passion about, right? And
Very nice. Very nice. And this affirmation is, Bob Ross is reminding us, and this is very helpful. It says, we don't make mistakes. We just make happy accidents. That's really important because it is how you frame things in your mind. If it is a happy accident and you can move on, there's a whole lot of power in that. And you've changed the way you look at it. And when you are able to do that, and not ignoring the accident, but just going, okay, that's not what I expected, framing it differently and how you look at it, it retains your personal power. So there you go. So thank you, Pooja. That's great. And Julie Moon is up next. And there you go. Pooja said, yes, that's true. Everything happens for a reason. Yes. Hi, Tracy. You. So, and all right. Julie Moon is up.
Okay. Julie Moon, you are being encouraged to make an altar. And what I'm hearing is, we are in spa days, so make an altar to yourself. Make an altar that has all of those things that you love on it, right? Things that remind you of people you love, things that remind you of things that you do that you love doing. And then do your self-work at that one, right? So this is like a healing altar. So make an altar. Do your journaling. Do your, those sorts of things at your altar. So all four elements with that, right? Doesn't have to be big, just a little guy.
Yes. Yeah, it's the altar of yourself. So, and for the pause, I got the duck. It's like, find comfort and balance in simple ways. You have support all around you. I like that. Find balance in simple ways. I don't know about anybody else, but I've heard of this thing called overcomplicating things. I personally have never done it. Yeah. But
Guilty.
yeah,
I'm guilty. I mean,
oh, I'm totally guilty. I'm totally guilty. So find a simple way to do things. And sometimes a simple way to regain a little bit of your own, pause is to take a sip of water, because suddenly you're not talking and you're replenishing the water in your system. And that momentary pause really gives you an opportunity to go, okay, wait a minute, I do have support. So thank you, Julie.
So for my affirmation, I got, my mind is open and I'm ready to learn new things. So where Tanys got the altar, you might want to maybe look into some classes for yourself in a topic that you're interested in. And just be open to what the universe has for you. My mind is open. And I'm ready to learn new things.
Looks like magic.
Yes, it does.
And Julie, I want to add something to what Haley's card. If you an important thing about that card is if you want to learn something, set yourself up a schedule of reading something that you've not read before, or something with a deeper understanding, a little bit every day. And by a little bit, I mean, you go, okay, I've picked this up. I've read a sentence. Check, you've done it. And allow yourself to have a visual representation that you've tried to learn something, or you're reading that big, tough book a little bit at a time, because that's how you eat an elephant, one bite at a time. So
my elephant spirit guide, Mia, she's like, what?
it's just a phrase, and there you go. I guess I'm probably going to get back that bar. Jacqueline is like, changing course is always an option. Once you know better, do better. We're all human.
Exactly.
Back that Barbie bus up. Beep, beep, beep. So, yeah. So, I love that. And Pooja said, thank you all for the great reading, or the great message. Really helps. Okay. Thank you for that feedback.
Thank you.
Yes, very much. So, all right. Making sure that I have not missed anybody. Okay, so we're going to do another round of questions. So, who do we have? Got everybody's attention. Dun, 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 dun. Who's next? Jacqueline Anderson. Thank you. And then we have that just makes me giggle. I love me.
It makes me giggle too.
I don't have a slide whistle, but part of me wants to get a slide whistle.
You should.
Emily, just say hi, Emily. Do not encourage me, people are saying. Do not encourage me. I think this one's hilarious too.
That's cute.
Oh, standing in light with Annie Bear. Everybody just say that you're here so that we can have that. Eva J is here. Hello. And I've got that. So we are, Jacqueline Anderson is here. Emily Lorenz Bradley. And Annie Bear is here. So whilst we wait for Emily Lorenz Bradley to say hello, we can do Jacqueline Anderson's question, or we can read for Jacqueline Anderson. And I love it. She's like, present. All right. Self-care. Knight of Swords, Jacqueline. The Knight of Swords. The thing about this, the Knight of Swords is speaking up, using their voice. And the self-care is actually, sometimes it's, I don't know where you live. Sometimes self-care is speaking up for the care of others and speaking loudly. So, so this is part of your self-care is to speak your truth. And here's the other thing about that. Look at me, I'm pointing. Here's the other thing about that is speaking your truth is what is important. You will get louder as you speak your truth. You can speak it very quietly, and that works. It's still speaking your truth. So there you go. It does look like protesting. Yep. Speak your truth. Oh, Jacqueline said heard. Loud and clear. Working on boundaries too. Yeah. Good for you. Good for you. And by the way, the thing about a night is sometimes they go really quickly without getting all of the details. I would encourage you to be an intelligent knight and sort of maybe consult others around you and take a sip of water before you have to back up. So there you go. You're up, Caleigh, who has a bit of a delay.
So
She
the
does.
one I got for your pause. Yeah, sorry guys. So the card I got for you with the pause and reflect is the barn owl, and I love that Gerald mentioned about putting in boundaries, but that they can be quiet, because for the barn owl it says love approaches unexpectedly. So owls are very, when they fly, are silent, so their prey doesn't hear them.
Yeah.
Those qualities, I do think that there, if you're not in a relationship already, there is some kind of love that's going to come in. It may be friendship. It
Okay.
may be a relationship. The barn owl especially has kind of a moon shape, and it'll be within that span of a moon cycle that this love will come in for you.
Okay.
Nice.
Thank you. All right.
And mine goes with Gerald's, really. It's part of the illuminating the truth part, or the section. It says, I am willing to see things clearly no matter the outcome. So I'm willing to see things clearly no matter the outcome.
Yeah.
So that's that truth seeking, right? Truth seeking.
And
boundaries.
Yeah, boundaries. And I have to say, one of the great thing. Annie Bear said, "Speak up, please, Tanys." Say that again.
Oh, you can't hear me? Okay.
Well, she just wants you to say it louder.
Oh, okay. I am willing to see things clearly no matter the outcome. Illuminating the truth. And Jacqueline says she's on a vision quest. Perfect.
I love that. And by the way,
This is perfect for that.
Yeah, and the great thing about that is when you get new information, you can add that to your understanding and adjust what you're doing, adjust your words and actions.
Yeah.
So I love that. I love that. So perfect, Jacqueline. And Joanne Miranda is going beekeeping. Joanne, thank you for beekeeping. I like me some bees. Bees are important. And Jacqueline Anderson and Emily Lorenz Bradley is here. Avert your gaze. Avert your gaze. And so Jacqueline Anderson said, heck yes, I want a wrinkly brain. A wrinkly brain. Yeah, a wrinkly brain is a healthy brain. Yeah, artsy girl, Marilyn. The owl is gorgeous in that card.
Oh, I would say MLR, yes. She said she just watched a short documentary on snowy owls this morning. Guessing there's a message in that. Yep, I would look up your meaning.
I would actually say, yes, there's a message. There's, there's no accidents really.
Yes.
So, all right. Ready when you are, Caleigh.
All right. So the first card I got for you, Emily, I'm going to read it just because I think it will explain it. Because when I looked at it, I'm like, I don't know. So it says manage personal triggers is the card. It says you only get one life, so there's no point in wasting any worry about certain people or things that provoke your anxiety. Know your triggers, use journaling, therapy, practicing being honest with yourself, and manage them. That doesn't mean you need to avoid them altogether, but it does mean being mentally prepared for how you deal with them. Whether that's by use of breathing, affirmations, or other techniques you've learned, like tubing. If you watch Twillo, you'll know that. Yes, Tanys and Jen both. If you go back and watch some of the shows, I think there's some they've done it a couple times on the show.
Mm-hmm.
But the other card I got to go with that, which I think reinforces it, is it says, "Be with happy people. Untangle yourself from any toxic relationship in your life. You don't need that SHIT."
Yes. I want to add something.
So by being with happy people, by surrounding yourself with that positive energy and those higher vibration people, it'll help with those triggers. Sorry.
Yes, and I want to say the thing about triggers is triggers are things which give us an automatic reaction. Oftentimes we associate triggers with a negative thing. Triggers can also be for positive things. Every time you see a feather, it triggers the sense of wonderment. It can also, every time you take a sip of water, you have a trigger of feeling connected. So this is one of those things that we have unfortunately villainized triggers, which is why I talk about glimmers. Triggers are just something that activates something else. So I think it's one of those things that can be, practice the glimmers or triggers for positive things. And Emily says, I've been hella stressed lately. And Annie Bear suggests honey calcite.
This is what it looks like.
So perfect.
Honey calcite. I just happen to have some here.
Woohoo! Like you do.
I have a few on my desk. Right, Caleigh? We have a few on my desk. All right. What I have for you, Emily, is... Yeah, just a few. What I have is stepping into stillness. My power is born in the majesty of silence. And so, taking some time out. This is the self-care stuff, right? So time to pause and reflect. Also tapping into your intuition, because the moon is all about that intuition. So really stepping into some moments in time where you can reflect, tap into your intuition, and be, and breathe, because I'm feeling like I need to breathe. So you just breathe, okay? Step into that stillness, breathe deeply, allow the messaging for you to come through so that you can pick up on what it is that you need to step away from, arm's length, like we were saying, right? Figure out what that piece is. Mm-hmm. And you can do that by stepping into stillness. And, just be. Pause and reflect. Mm-hmm.
I also think there's a lot of power in silence and not saying anything.
Mm-hmm.
Because Definitely. If all of us were quiet on screen, everybody's now looking at the screen, waiting. You can be very powerful being quiet. So, and on that note, Bob Ross says, Every day is a good day when you paint. Emily, there's I think okay. There's a need for you to release some creativity, words, coloring, drawing, cooking, being magical, just doing something to activate that creative side, and in whatever way works for you. Dance, singing, gardening, mixing colors. Um, every day is a good day when you paint. Get out there. And I'll even say it, if you're a person who really likes numbers and math, great. Make some numbers and math equations that make you happy. Figure it out. Write down as many numbers after the decimal in pi. See that. Things that can make you happy. So I love that.
Or do a
I'm
paint
also
by number.
Mhm.
paint by number. Yeah. I'm also hearing crystal grid for you, Emily.
Crystal grid.
I don't know why, but creating a crystal grid is coming through.
Crystal grids are very, very powerful, and once you set them, you can let them go.
Yep.
And Emily says, "Yeah, I've just been working my ass off in school, and working your ass off in school and taking 15 minutes to draw, dance, music, doing things like that can really, really invigorate." Yes, Sudoku.
I do love a good Sudoku.
Oh, Emily doesn't know what that is. It's look it up. It's one of these. It's a puzzle where you have 9 squares of 9 numbers, and then you number them up, and then in columns and rows, and you don't duplicate the numbers.
Yeah.
Give those a try, because I remember when I retired, I got a Sudoku book with easy, medium, and hard, and like expert level. Boy, let me tell you, it was very exciting when I was able to do one of them the first time in ink. So there you go.
That is exciting.
Yes. It's like, woohoo. All right.
All right.
Annie Bear is up.
Let's see. Annie Bear. What self-care do you need to do? Oh, you don't know what a crystal grid is. Oh, gotcha.
Oh, crystal grid. Oh, of course you know what a Sudoku is. And here I go into lecture mode. Stick around, Emily. Right when we're done with Annie Bears, we will explain what a crystal grid is.
Yes. And I got 2 for Annie Bear, but they go together. So, yeah. So movement and music. So they go together. So to me, perhaps some dance. Or some, freestyling. Just move your body to music. And there's a drum here, which is drawing my attention. So something that maybe has a good drum beat. Could even be drumming, but movement to that music.
Annie's like going, nice, I can dance.
Beautiful. You can dance. Go do it, girl.
She also has
You
a
can
very
dance
nice drum.
Yeah. You can dance if you want to. You can leave your friends behind. Because if your
No.
friends don't dance.
Oh, I dance.
Yes. Love your drum. Okay, so
Yeah.
I have a duplicate card. This is Parrot.
Oh.
Others' thoughts and let go of other thoughts and opinions. It's time to embrace who you really are. I love that. Especially now when sometimes we've forgotten who we are because of what other people or what social media says we should be doing. And I bet through dance, you can remember who you are and encourage others to be who they are. Do so unapologetically. I love that. Thank you, Annie Bear. That's cool. And Annie Bear is mulling these things over. And butterfly readings
So
with
the-
Linda
the
said,
cards
I
are-
chair dance.
It's my delay again, sorry.
It's okay, go for it.
So the affirmations I got for you, Annie Bear. So the first one is, I am creative and I express myself in many ways. So it's again reflecting that parrot card where you see expressing that individuality. You're so creative, Annie Bear. I love tree. We were talking about bees because it says, with patience and effort, I can achieve anything I set my mind to. So you can see there's a busy bee with the flower there, but you can also see the color, the rainbows, almost from the previous card, and the wings. So that creativity is what's going to kind of carry you. So just keep going forward with patience and effort. You can achieve anything you set your mind to. So be like the little bee. That's an Annie bee instead of an Annie Bear.
Well, and it's interesting because the bee, what I got is if when Annie Bear goes out and is doing the things that celebrate her individuality and makes videos about it, she's pollinating other people and encouraging them to do their own. And what's really cool is you may never know the opportunities or the enlightenment that you've given someone else. You don't know what you fertilized, but I think it's a really interesting idea.
Yes,
So,
That's cool.
Yeah.
She's on it.
Yeah. Yes. Pollinate, because you never know. You just go do you, and it's extremely powerful. So, okay. So, Annie Bear is here. All right. And so Emily Lorenz Bradley said, I know what Sudoku is, Gerald. I know you didn't say it like that. I don't know what crystal grid is. So, Tanys, you want to talk about crystal grids?
Sure. So crystal grids are geometric patterns, usually round, so flower of life or the seed of life. Sometimes people will use Metatron's cube. They don't have to be. They can be, different sacred geometry, but it's creating sacred geometry and placing crystals on it that are chosen specifically for a purpose. So, for instance, you might choose, I have one here, but if I dump it, it's going to be loud. Are you guys good with loud? I'm going to be loud for a sec.
Let's do it.
There. So this is one that I created for abundance. And it is a prosperity and abundance grid. So we've got yantras up here for prosperity and abundance. We have mantras on this one. Where are we here? Right there. And then the grid itself is created about bringing above below. So when we do mantras, as above, so below, so that's what the grid is about in terms of the sacred geometry. You'll see it looks kind of wet, and that's because there's oil placed on the grid as well to energize it a little bit more. And then for the crystals, for abundance, we have aventurine and citrine, and you put them on the little dots, and you have a center piece. I have one of these, which is like a little generator
that
thingy.
helps.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there we go. Thank you. It's kind of like that one.
Thank you.
So there's a crystal grid that's already made. Okay. And then you can have different things around it. And basically you energize it and you connect all of the crystals with crystal point. You connect all of those.
I'm going to put
there we go. So you connect all those crystals together to make that grid in the shape that the lines are. And basically it starts to emit a field of energy that is in that frequency for abundance. That is a crystal grid.
I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Gee, Tanys, maybe you and I should get together and do a laugh and learn about crystal grid.
Mm-hmm. That would be fun.
If you would like that, let us know in the comments section. I've done some shows about crystals, but It's like, yes, it is
Crystal
so
grids
cool.
are fun. You can get creative.
You can. That's why that it came through when we were talking about it, because you can be creative with it. That's a basic one. Like you can put flowers in there. Like you're just taking all the elements from nature and adding them into a grid and using Earth's sacred geometry to really pull out that energy.
Yeah. Okay. All right. You haven't done a formal one. That's cool. And that sounds cool. My husband is a crystallographer. So we have crystal making kits here. I love that.
Nice.
So I think when we're done, when we're scheduling our next spa readings, we're also going to be scheduling a laugh and learn about crystals. So that's cool. And Pamela did share that I do a 5-song exercise. I move and dance to 5 songs during the day when I need a movement break.
That's awesome.
That's very cool. So, yeah. And it is one
Do
of
we
those.
want to do a collective?
Yes. And I think we're in good spots right there. So here's
Sure.
Yep. Okay, so here is a reading for the collective. And again, everybody, thank you for being here. Oh, wait a minute. I'm going to move everybody. We're going to put us here.
Okay. Yep.
So, you know.
I guess grab a different deck.
Well, maybe I did that on purpose. Eva, you're here. That's all that matters.
That's right.
So that's all that matters. And but this is the reading for the collective. And so I think for the collective, the self-care is really about is really about sharing your feelings with someone else. Self-care is allowing others to have compassion and you to have compassion. And this is a very healing thing. And what's really interesting is 3 times I did this, I got 2 other 2s. So this is the third 2 in this position. So there is a need to balance because I got the 2 of swords, the 2 of pentacles, and now the 2 of cups. Sit down, have a cup of coffee, have a listen with someone, listen to what they're saying, and just hold space. People are not problems to be solved. They are meant to be recognized and to help people. So I love that. That's a really good self-care idea. And you can ask for help, and you can also share help when someone asks. So if someone asks for help or just to hear from you, it took a lot of courage and strength for them to be able to do that. So there you go. Love that.
So for pause and reflect, they're encouraging us to pause and reflect on what bridges we could mend. Because we do heal rifts. We are menders. This also is a pause and reflect of looking at both sides of something, right? And creating that bridge between people. How can you be that bridge for others in this world? Okay, so pause and reflect on that, and then take action. Just jump over that river, right? I mean, of course, this is about emotion, so just jump in, jump over it. Don't worry about the emotion, just go for it, right? Do that. Mending the bridges, seeing both sides. Emotions are important to express. So it definitely goes with Gerald's stuff, right?
Yeah.
Jump over the emotions. Don't not experience them, but know that you can jump over them. You will go through them, come out the other side. Allow yourself to express. And it's interesting because there's a river on both.
Oh, nice.
Right? So sometimes dealing with people can be emotional, and that's okay. Emotions are guideposts for when to take action.
Caleigh's going to explode.
She is. She's got something similar, I bet.
Yes.
Yeah. So it says, I treat others the way I want to be treated, with love and respect. Now look at that picture.
River again. Yep.
He's in that boat. There's a flower there. But I think that's really good for everybody's going through a lot right now. So if we just treat each other the way we want to treat it with love and respect, we don't know what's going on in other people's lives. So just treat everybody with love.
Definitely.
Yes. Do you remember that old saying of is like hold hands when you cross the street?
Yeah.
It's like hold hands when you cross the river. So
it's all about the river.
I love that. Wow. That's wonderful. And MLR said, I'm living next to a river at the moment.
Beautiful.
Today is a major college regatta on the river and lake.
Very good.
Ooh. Such timely cards. Fabulous. Have a crazy day, dear. Have a crazy day. Cozy
day.
Yeah.
You could have a crazy day, but
you can have a crazy day. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you very much. It's wonderful to have everybody here. Everything we need to know, we learned in kindergarten. Yes, that's right, Annie Bear.
Social skills. All about the social skills.
So it's perfect. So
beautiful.
Please remember to like and subscribe to all of our channels. Ways to show support are below. And I encourage you to spend a little bit of time thinking about your self-care. What it is that you need to pause and reflect about, and say some affirmations.
So play, love, and remember has just come into the room. Talk about great timing.
Yes.
Very much about our topic. So welcome.
Yeah.
Play, love, and remember.
Perfect. Yes. All right. So thank you, everyone. Please take care of yourself, and we will see you again soon. Bye.